This is how the leaks that get us excited about the next Battlefield game look like. I mean, it's funny because it's actually true, because this is... I know I've not shown any leaks for the new game so far, at least not more than this very, very blurry picture right here. But this is actually how most of these leaks look like. They're just really, really, really blurry and scattered with like all kinds of different things just to blur or to get rid of the watermark. Nonetheless, we will be talking about more leaks today, or actually stuff that came up on Reddit, and I just spent a bit more time on Reddit during the weekend. Probably a bit too much time, but at the end of the day, I think it's still interesting for me and for you as well to see what we get with the next Battlefield. And sometimes there are still things coming up that I didn't spot in the initial leaked gameplay and that are just slowly coming up on Reddit, but they are still interesting. So we're gonna start with the first thing, and I think this is will make some of you really happy, because one player has posted gameplay of a takedown animation, and this is indeed a first-person takedown. So it seems like Battlefield 6, or however the game will be called, brings back the first-person takedowns that we also had in Battlefield 4, and I think Battlefield 3 had them as well. I didn't play the game as much, but I know that Battlefield 4 had them, and I actually liked them a lot more than the third-person takedowns that we had in 2042. I know that third-person takedowns can be sold in the store, but I'm sure they will find a solution for this in the next Battlefield. I think you can also sell first-person takedowns. I don't see any problem here, to be honest. And then we got another huge leak, and I also want to talk about this because I want to hear your opinion on this, because I'm a bit on the fence with this. Again, I'm still not showing any gameplay except for this blurry image at the beginning, but again, I'm still not showing any actual leaked gameplay on this channel for obvious reasons. So someone wrote that as an assault, you can now apparently pick a perk that lets you carry 2 primary weapons. And he also writes in another clip, so there's a leaked gameplay clip to it, but it's really, really fucking blurry, so it wouldn't make any sense to show it in the video anyhow. And he also writes that in another clip on deployment screen, the leaker had a machine gun, a pistol, and an assault rifle in their kit. So I'm honestly, like I said before, I'm on the fence with this, because from the leaks I've seen, it seems like every class can use every weapon. So it seems like we have an open weapon system again, like we had in 2042. And this already gives you a lot of variety in weapons that you can use with any class. So as an assault, you might already be able to carry any kind of weapon you want to, just like it is in 2042 now, where as an assault you can carry an SMG or an LMG or a sniper rifle, whatever you want to. And I think that this already gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of variation in your playstyle. And then apparently there is this perk that lets you carry 2 primary weapons. And I feel like this is kind of strange, because first of all, it reminds me on the Call of Duty perk Overkill, where you can also carry 2 primary weapons, but then again, it takes something away from you. So this is not what the post is not saying right here, what it takes away from you. It just said that it will be a perk, but it doesn't say what you will lose, because I mean, I don't think they will add a second primary to the assault class and you can just carry it in addition to your first primary, but they're not taking away anything in return from the assault class. I don't think that would be really fair. And secondly, I'm wondering, what is about the other classes? Do they have something similar or any other huge advantage? And of course, the assault class is supposed to have the most firepower, just to be able to storm the front lines and to run in and be the first ones fighting the enemy at the front lines. But then again, it might give them too much firepower. And I mean, we have something into this direction with the plus system in 2042 that allows you to just rebuild your complete weapon while you are on the map, but you still have the same weapon. So you can build an assault rifle depending on the assault rifle to be more for close range combat, and maybe then you can build it to be more for mid-range and maybe even a bit of long range, but it's still different from equipping, for example, a fast-firing SMG and a hard-hitting sniper rifle. So 2 weapons that are really far apart in their ranges, but also in their firepower, but they will give you basically infinite options in your playstyle. And I'm not sure I really like this. I mean, it sounds good, like I said before, it sounds like a huge benefit if you play it yourself, but if you play against this class, I think it would be really frustrating, because you might fire at the soldier from long distance and you're thinking that they only have an SMG or an assault rifle, and you think you might be safe, and then you peek and then suddenly you get a headshot with a sniper rifle that you did not count in because you didn't know that the other one is also carrying a sniper rifle. And I also don't really get why there should be only one class having this perk. At least that's what this Reddit post suggests, but I don't know if there are also other classes, so that's just a speculation. Maybe the other classes can pick this as well, but I think if this would be possible, it would completely mess up the combat in a normal multiplayer. One thought that I had, and I think this was also commented below this post, is that if the leak is true that we got like a year ago, that the next Battlefield game will get a Battle Royale mode, I can imagine that this Battle Royale mode is bleeding over a bit to the multiplayer, and maybe they're just trying a few things out. Because what you can do in every BR game is that you can equip 2 primary weapons, for obvious reasons of course. And this is really useful in these modes, but would it be useful in a normal multiplayer as well, and would it be fair? I think this is more of a question of fairness instead of usefulness. Nevertheless, we should not forget that this is only playtesting, that these are also leaks, so maybe we're interpreting things wrong, or maybe some information is wrong. And if the information is right, we should not forget that this is just a playtest, and they might be testing stuff just to see how people react and how the general feedback to it is, but these mechanics might not end up in the final game. Still, it is tested right now, so it's something they're playing with design-wise. But like I said, I'm a bit on the fence with this just for fairness reasons, and also how it could probably mess up the balance on the battlefield. But as always, I'm really interested in hearing your thoughts about this, and if you think that an assault class with 2 primary weapons, or with the option for 2 primary weapons, would be a benefit or would be an advantage on the battlefield, or if you don't want to see this. And yeah, that was all I have for you today. Tomorrow we're going back to Battlefield 2042 for the weekly round of new missions and new modes and whatnot. And we're also going over a new Easter egg, at least that's what has been solved so far. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video right here, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman, and you are awesome.